Today, we're talking about a man who went from being a broken little boy in South Carolina to one of the most feared and notorious serial killers in American history. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Hey, everybody. I'm Holly.
And I'm Pearl. And Holly is about to tell us a little something about Josimar Cabrera. Did y'all see it?
Oh my gosh. I was watching the news. I always watch like ABC World News the next morning on YouTube because I don't stay up late enough to watch it at night or I just forget about it. But this guy allegedly
on ring camera. Dragging a body in a blanket.
Right. Allegedly killed his wife and fled to Peru. He's from Lancaster, California. But the video was so clear and crisp. You could see the outline of her body through the sheet, which was probably from their bed, dragging her along the ground, swinging it, trying to, gain some momentum so he could get it to wherever he was taking it to and then dump the body.
In the woods.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, you're showing me that video this morning,
Yeah.
and I'm going, oh my God, that's a leg.
Yep.
That's her head.
Yep. And when you turn around, you can see like her butt and outline and everything. So like, it's definitely a human body in there. But
crazy.
Maybe get some updates whenever they catch him in Peru.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Crazy stuff.
Indeed.
Like, I just don't see how people think that they can get away with things. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Everybody has cameras on their houses.
Everywhere.
Yes.
They're everywhere. There's no such thing as privacy.
Pearl flips hers off every morning.
I do.
She sent me a video today. I was like, oh my God.
I pull out my driveway and I purposely stop at the one that's on my driveway and I flip it off and shake the birds.
Shake the birds.
Stick my tongue out. And then I drive away every day.
That's hilarious.
And no one in my house has seen these and said anything. I'm just going to keep doing it until somebody sees it.
And they're like, what did you do that for? I literally do it every single morning. That's hilarious. Yeah, so, I mean, you can't get away with things these days unless you're, like, out in the sticks somewhere. Everybody has
I don't know, all them hunting cameras out there.
Oh, yeah, they got hunting cameras in the woods.
Those will be catching you, too.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome if somebody's hunting camera caught somebody dragging a body and burying it?
I'm sure it's probably happened before. We just haven't heard about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's crazy. But so is what you're talking about today,
yes.
Isn't it?
So today's episode gave you a little teaser in the beginning. South Carolina. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Donald Pee Wee Gaskins. He is quoted as being the meanest man in America. And he was a short man, about 5'4". So he got the name Pee Wee, and I don't know if that just made him even meaner because of the nickname or the abuse that he received as a child. But we're going to go through.
Or maybe it's both.
Yeah. And I think like this, probably both. A lot of you, I'm sure, have heard of Pee Wee Gaskins, so I'm not going to go like delve into this whole story, but I'm going to take you on a timeline journey of events from his childhood to his death.
All right.
So we're going to go through the whole thing. And,
it's like being on the Magic School Bus.
Right. It's like a tour. Over here.
To your left.
If you look to your left, you'll see this guy over here cannibalizing. No, but he did abuse, torture, murder, and delve into some cannibalism in his lifetime. So listener discretion advised.
Ew.
So let's walk through this wild, disturbing timeline together. So 1933.
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
And when I tell you this, you're going to be like, oh, I see why he's the way he is. Okay. Donald Gaskin was born March 13th, Pisces, 1933.
Makes total sense.
Right?
Them Pisces men are cuckoo cachoo.
Yup. In Florence County, South Carolina. He was the product of poverty, neglect, abuse. His mother, she was just one of those, like, she drifted from man to man. She needed a man in her life all the time. And when that one didn't work out, she wanted another man. So it was just man to man. And most of them, for some reason, hated little Donald. They beat him just for being in the room.
Mm.
So it was those kind of men.
Quality men.
Quality at its finest.
She was a more quantity over quality.
Yeah, exactly. She did get married off and on. And one of his stepdaddies had beat him and his half-sibling, like, daily. Like, it was nothing. Nobody protected him, not even his mother. By the time Pee-wee was 11, he was done with school, filled with hate, especially toward women.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because the one woman who should have been there
And
for
protected him
the
and-
right
right.
way wasn't.
Right. So this is where we talk about, childhood trauma, nature versus nurture, that whole thing, because a lot of serial killers come from this type of environment, and it's a debate that explores the influences of genetics and environment.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Yeah.
they just work hand in hand
Mhm.
when it comes to this type of situation.
For sure.
It's no nature versus it's nurture.
Yeah.
It's nature embraces horrible lack of nurture.
Lack of nurture, exactly. And like you have all these environmental influences and upbringing and experiences and social factors. Like most of the traits are influenced by complex interplay of both nature and nurture. So, and I mean, you have Jeffrey Dahmer's situation. You have Ed Gein's situation. Like all of these serial killers that had these neglectful mothers, horrible childhoods.
Yeah, they're like born a little odd,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just expounded by the fact that they're born into a situation that isn't ideal.
Right.
So it exacerbates
Absolutely.
the problem.
So by 1940s, Pee-wee was a teenager, and he ran around with two other boys, Danny and Marsh. They called themselves the Trouble Trio.
Oh, wow. Bad boys.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? So the Trouble Trio started off with burglaries, picking up prostitutes. But things escalated. There was assault, rape, and eventually violence within their own circle. So they started beating up on each other, or like girlfriends and things like that. So at 13, during a burglary, a girl caught Pee-wee in her house with an axe. He turned it on her, striking her before she ran off. She did survive, but Pee-wee was arrested for attempted murder and sent to reform school.
Reform school?
Yeah.
For trying to kill someone.
Right. Because, you're 13.
13?
Yes.
What is with 13?
Well, I mean, did you watch the movie 13? That's an old one.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, they sent him off to reform school. Okay, you split this girl's face with an axe. She survived, but let's send you to reform school.
Yeah, the punishment definitely did not fit the
No.
crime here.
So from 1946 to 1951, reform school was brutal for Pee-wee. He was small. He was targeted immediately. He was gang raped, beaten, exploited. He tried to escape multiple times, even joining a carnival for a short while. But he always ended up back inside. And then he got his release on his 18th birthday in 1951. So we roll into the 1950s after reform school. Like, he couldn't stay straight. He tried for a little while. He worked at a tobacco farm, but he started getting caught up in insurance scams, burning barns, and trying to collect money, helping people out. Like, oh, I'll go set fire to this and we'll collect insurance money and you pay me. So he got caught up in that. And then his employer's daughter confronted him about it, and he split her skull with a hammer. Again, she survived, but Pee-wee went to prison for attempted murder. Oh, not the first time, but the second time. So prison was where he learned survival the hard way.
He should have learned survival the hard way in reform school.
Exactly.
But okay.
He became what inmates call a power man, someone feared for their violence. He earned that reputation by slitting the throat of another inmate, Hazel Brazel.
And he didn't get a life sentence for that. For murdering someone in jail.
In jail on your attempted murder staycation.
Correct. Wow.
So Pee-wee was in and out of prison through the 50s and into the 60s. So now we're going to roll into the 60s. He had multiple short-lived marriages. I wonder why. He hated women, so I'm
right.
sure that's
I'm
why.
Like, why'd you get married?
Right. Like this tiny little man that you're looking down on. He got tricked by a carnival woman who stole his car, and he even did time in federal prison where he met mafia boss Frank Costello, who nicknamed him the Little Hatchet Man.
Oh, my goodness.
I wonder if that's where ICP gets their Hatchet Man from. Wow. ICP reference. Yuck.
Crazy.
So by 1969, Pee-wee was out and about, and he picked up a female hitchhiker, a minor. He had several sexual advances toward her, and she laughed. She was like, no, and all that stuff. Well, that laugh sent him over the edge. He beat her, raped her, tortured her, and he drowned her in a swamp. So this, like Pee-wee said, that this was kind of a way, like his so-called vision, and it found a way to ease the bothersome feelings he was having. So he started torturing and murdering more.
Because it made him feel better.
It gave him a high and made him feel better. And then he was like, I'm not going to think about my crap life. This makes me feel good. And from that moment on, there was like no stopping him. So in the 1970s, Pee-wee claimed to have killed over 80 boys and girls. I say boys and girls, men, women, male, female. There was no ages of all of them, but we're just going to group them in here. He would pick up hitchhikers, torture them for days, sometimes eating parts of them. He called these his recreation kills. He would also torture them, chop off body parts, and make them eat part of their own self.
Oh my gosh.
With, if you don't, I'll kill you. I'd have been like, kill me.
You're going to kill me anyway.
Kill me. You're going to kill me anyway. I'm not eating my own leg. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
That's what I was going to say. You're going to kill me anyway. Mm-hmm. Just do it.
And then came more, those were his recreational kills, okay? So then came more serious murders. I'm like, there's more. There's more. Friends, family, people he knew. His 15-year-old niece, Janice Kirby, and her friend Patricia. A young woman named Martha Dix, And in 1973, he even bought a hearse, telling folks at a bar he needed it to haul bodies. People thought he was joking. Turns out he was not joking.
Not joking
he
at
was
all.
literally killing his family, friends.
He didn't care.
He didn't care. There was no.
Those were serious business kills, not recreational.
Not recreational.
Kills.
Right. So 1975, he was still killing. He started doing contract murders, including one of a wealthy farmer, Silas Yates. He worked with accomplices like Walter Neely and others, burying his victims in a private graveyard. So it was on his property. He was burying people. So he'd go do these contract kills, bury their bodies there. Nobody knew what happened to him. Nobody
in
knew
your own backyard, basically.
In your backyard. Yep.
Wow.
This is where Pee-wee slipped up. His accomplices started talking. Police applied pressure, and Neely cracked.
Of course. Someone's gonna.
So he led investigators straight to Pee-wee's burial ground. They dug up 8 bodies.
That's all?
That's all? What did he do with all the other ones? Eat them?
I'm like, golly, that's it?
Right? So on May 24th, 1976, Pee-wee was found guilty of murder and sentenced to death. But just months later, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled South Carolina's death penalty unconstitutional.
He should still be stuck in prison?
So Pee-wee's sentence was commuted to life in prison.
Forever?
Forever. So from 1978 to 1980, when the death penalty came back in 78, Pee-wee didn't think much of it, so they reinitialized it. They were like, okay, we're going to bring the death penalty back. Until he killed again. This time, inside prison. He should have never been let out for the other one.
Yeah. I mean, you murdered somebody else in prison. You shouldn't have been out after that.
He was hired to kill a fellow inmate, Rudolph Tyner, who had murdered an elderly couple.
Doesn't make it better.
Or you literally killed your family and recreational kills of people along the road.
Of Lord knows how many.
Right. It's thundering out.
Perfect timing.
Right. Mood sounds. So Pee-wee literally built a bomb inside of a radio and blew Tyner up in his cell. That's how he killed him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that earned him the nickname, the meanest man in America. So we're in more modern day, 1991. Even after his conviction, Pee-wee tried to save himself, confessing to more murders, over 100 by his count. But investigators could never verify many of his claims. Some say he exaggerated to boost his reputation. They do that a lot, but yeah, did he really? Because, I mean...
Sounds like he was just on this little merry-go-round of murder.
He didn't care. I don't like your face? Murder. You're a woman? Murder.
Yeah.
Somebody hired me to kill you? Murder. I'll put you in my backyard.
We're in the bathroom at the same time?
Murder. Your Pee-wee is bigger than my Pee-wee? Murder. So,
God.
On September 6th of 1991, Donald Pee-wee Gaskin was executed in the electric chair. He fought it to the end, though. He even slashed his own wrist hours before, thinking that would, postpone it. They literally stitched him up, put him to death at 1:05 a.m. Done.
Thanks for trying to help us out.
Right.
But...
He's like, you're not going to kill me. I'm going to kill me. Nope.
No.
We're going to kill you. Mm-hmm. We're going to electrocute you.
We're going to save your life.
Right.
So you can die again.
Exactly. You almost died. Let's save you. Okay, let's die.
All right, now you can die.
So was Pee-wee Gaskins really America's most prolific serial killer? Or just a small man desperate to be feared and remembered? Little man syndrome.
Yeah.
100%. He was very tiny in frame too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing. So like
probably much like the nature versus nurture situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a combination of the two.
Yep.
I hope everyone enjoys our Louisiana weather.
I know.
Because I'm leaving it in.
It's rumbling. Yes. So either way, he literally left a trail of horror through South Carolina that people will never forget. So he's their number one serial killer over there in South Carolina.
Yeah, I would say if you've been around for a long time in South Carolina, that's probably somebody you remember for sure.
You hear stories of Pee Wee Gaskins, and I'm sure the family members that he left alive probably still talk about him to this day.
Yeah. Whoever made it past him.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's just wild to think that somebody committed all these
look,
crimes.
My niece and her friend are hanging out. Let me kill him.
Yeah. / Like, it's just...
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, we'll never know.
Well, I'm sure the beatings he got and everything probably loosened something in his
I just feel
head.
like...
I don't know.
I guess the thing that I don't understand... I'm a person who comes from, like, childhood trauma that we're not going to discuss the details of.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing this to other people?
Right.
Hell nah. So... I know misery loves company, but why do you carry it on to someone else when you know how it affected you?
Right. I love that rolling thunder.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Right. And I mean, same. I had childhood trauma, sexual abuse, all that stuff. And I didn't flip a switch and go, if I kill this person, maybe it'll make me feel better. If I do this, maybe it'll make my childhood trauma go away.
Or if I do to someone else what's been done to me.
Right. Like,
exactly what's been done to me.
I don't have that need for revenge.
How does that fix anything? It doesn't. Yeah. It really doesn't.
It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't make your situation better by taking it out on an innocent person.
No, it makes it
much worse.
Much worse. And then you've now put someone else in the same position you were in. Like, I just could never.
No.
Never.
But that makes us sane and,
Right.
Other people insane.
I'm too logical to
to
carry this on. It ends with me.
Right. Because I couldn't survive prison life. I mean, I'd be the meanest bitch up in there, probably.
That's what I was going to say. That's the one part where I would definitely be something I'm not.
Exactly.
Because I'm at that point, I'm like, it's you or me.
Right. Buckle up, buttercup.
It's not going to be me.
Right. But, like, no, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Unless, scented candles, blankets, my animals, some books.
Right.
Maybe. But I doubt it.
They're not going to let you have those candles, Holly. No. Or your animals.
I need my scented candles and my animals.
They're like, here's your one sheet.
Right.
No blanket.
I need a blanket. No pillow?
Sure.
Just roll up your clothes. You can use those as a pillow. And be like, I'm going to need some fuzzy socks, not the grippy ones.
Too bad, ma'am.
Yeah.
Grippy it is. Oh, my gosh.
But, yeah, I like I said, it was more of a timeline of events than a whole, let's get into every single thing that he did, because there's a lot that he did.
Yeah, I have no
and a lot of detail.
Doubt about
but
that.
I mean, just knowing this stuff and how his life went from one extreme to the other extreme is just crazy and mind-boggling that somebody can flip a switch, like I said.
Yep. I'm going to need a nap.
I know. I'm like, I need to go home and get in bed and take a nap with my animals.
It's really bright outside despite the noise we hear.
Yeah. It's not dark. Yesterday, it was gross. Like,
yesterday
it was
reminded me
bad.
of monsoon season in
Yes.
Arizona, and anybody listening who knows what that's like
Mm-hmm.
can imagine what it looked like out here.
Yeah.
The scary thing was wind blowing one direction.
And it switched.
It chilled out for a few seconds, and then it switched and blew the other way.
Yeah.
That was freaky.
Yeah, it was a bad storm cell that went through and got pine needles and leaves all over my car.
At least it was just that, and it wasn't the whole tree limb.
Right. But I was like, dang it, now I have to pick these off.
Because that happens sometimes.
Oh, I know.
But
Yeah.
someone else, pretty small and powerful, but way less mean.
Yes.
Patty sells that up. She created our theme music.
Absolutely. But she ain't out here slashing and murdering.
No. And nobody's calling her Pee-wee.
Nope. She's just out here slaying.
Yeah, in a different way.
Right.
Y'all make sure you go follow the band she's in, Wonderkind, on Facebook.
Yep.
Catch her somewhere if you live in Louisiana so you can see what we're talking about.
Right. Be like, oh, you're Patty. Okay.
Yeah. Then you can message us.
Yes.
On social media and be like, oh my God, I went and watched Patty. It was so great.
Yes.
Or you can email us about it at steeped@holdmysweettea.com.
Yep. So message us. And as always, Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production.
Bzz.
And you remember to stay safe out there. Don't hitchhike. Don't get picked up by small men.
Yeah, just because they're little doesn't mean they're safe.
Yep. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping. Bye.